Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the Prepared Mind channel. This is the channel where we talk about what is going on out there. Who are the problems out there? What events are occurring out there? In our own world, in our own houses, people, we need to have our shit together. It needs to be wired tight. We need to understand what the problem is, who the problems are, and focus on that. Not other things. But I want to start this video with, and the reason I brought the the Patreon message to the front is I'm not allowed to talk about some topics. Some I can't even describe the problem, much less go into detail. But I posted on YouTube. I posted to the Jimmy Dore video, and thank you, Chris P. Bacon, for sending that to me. Jimmy Dore is a very, very liberal leftist comedian and commentator who has dissected on his YouTube channel. And I put a link to that on YouTube. He dissected the cerveza bug, Jim Jones juice problem. I don't want to say what it was. Right? I can't. But he's talking about how many people are dying versus how many people have got the Jim Jones juice. And are you better off having gotten the juice or not? And again, he is a wacko, way far left kind of guy. Now, he does have some really good points, so it was good to listen to that because he actually went in and then showed how hypocritical all of the players are up in D.C. Good thing he's a leftist and he's allowed to say that sort of stuff. I don't think the people at YouTube realize that he's kind of actually thinking and caught on to what's happening. Well, good for him and good for the world. And that's why I want to share that link everywhere. Don't worry, folks. You can watch him and he won't convert you into a wacko leftist. He'll convince you that you are correct in your stance on the cerveza bug and on drinking the Kool-Aid. Incredible. And another thing I want to bring up here is General Colin Powell, retired, former chairman of Joint Chiefs of Staff. He has died at age 84. He died in the hospital, Walter Reed Memorial, I believe. His family put out a tweet message on his passing. So he was at the military's elite hospital. He, being the Joint Chiefs of Staff general, is getting the best treatment, folks. You would think he's getting the best treatment possible, the best, shall we say, pharmaceuticals, the best treatment pharmaceuticals, the best equipment, the best doctors, the best everything, and he passed away. And the family has said he's gotten both of his Kool-Aid, shall we say, treatments. That's right, folks. He was fully Jim Jones juiced. He was fully juiced and he died. Makes you wonder. Makes you wonder, folks. So let's do this now. Let's get to the meat and potatoes of this particular video. There's a lot of meat and a lot of potatoes in those first couple of bites, but wait till you hear what we talk about next. All right, folks, that was a quick little intro. People are losing their shit right now. This is something I have been worried about when I first lit up that SHTF cigar and said, that's it, it has hit. Had my scotch, had my cigar, talking about shit hitting the fan. I said there are going to be massive psychological consequences of what they are doing. Thankfully, my predictions of dire failure weren't as dire as they have turned out to be. But I guess if you have lost your house, things are dire. If you've lost your business, if you've lost your family, if someone in your family has committed suicide or gotten sick or been injured by the Kool-Aid, I mean, of course, it's SHTF hardcore for you, and I'm sorry that that's happened. But I have expected it to be more widespread. However, and that being said, it is starting. And I want to caution everybody and ask you to think about where you're at up here. where you are at up here. I have had numerous examples in my world of people losing their shit. I'm not talking about a cerveza bug illness or Jim Jones juice illness. I'm talking about people losing it psychologically. And I have said time and time again, you need to get other people prepared so they don't come to you with their problems, whether it's about food or water or their shelter, bunker, clothing, health, etc. That is my mission here. And folks, what has my mission been? Get people prepared. Who am I? I'm just a guy. Is there something nefarious about telling people to get prepared for more bullshit coming from the government, from the medical industry, from the legal industry, from international politics, from international organizations, from non-governmental operations, corporations pushing their shit down your throat? Right? I've been exactly opposite of that. I have been pro-freedom, pro-America, pro-Constitution, pro-your rights. Yet people want to attack me. Folks, they'll attack you as well. I want to bring up a subject, and it's kind of sad. I've seen it. I've had, look, folks, I've had horses, alpacas, llamas, goats, chickens, ducks, dogs, cats, rabbits, fish. I've had just about every domestic pet and farm animal known to man. I've had pigs, no cows. Anyways, dogs and cats, I've seen them. They're in your house. They're in your life. You look at them. If one of them is injured, let's think about this, folks. When people are injured, that whole, the most dangerous tiger in the world is a wounded tiger. They'll attack anything. I've seen dogs and cats, and this is universal, folks. If they're injured, their leg hurts, or, in some way they're injured and hurting. If another dog or cat comes near them, they lash out and attack the other dog or cat for no particular reason other than they're hurt and they don't like what that feeling is like. So they attack others. Human beings, we're supposed to be thinking creatures, thinking animals. We're supposed to be rational, logical, thinking. But when people fall apart, folks, when the stitches are coming loose on the baseball, when they're losing their shit, they start attacking, right? They are psychologically injured to a degree. And we all have been suffering psychologically under the SHTF lockdowns, masks, travel restrictions, mandates, bullshit, Jim Jones juice, watching the world come apart. And we need to keep it together. We don't need to be losing our shit in SHTF. Okay. It's very, very important we keep our shit together. But people are starting to lose it. And they've been losing it all along, no doubt. But the worse it gets, the more you can expect it. And I think the government, folks, I think Dr. Fauci and all these people in Washington, D.C., all of these fucking experts and medical gurus, they want this to happen for political purposes. Because the optics, the visual that the rest of the world gets to see is, oh, see, these right-wing people are losing their shit. They're becoming violent. All we're trying to do is save the world with our medical shit. Well, bullshit, folks. They know there are huge psychological impacts and consequences. I see it and hear it from leftists also, who are wishing ill health on Republicans or the, unjabbed. They want us to die. They want to lock us in camps. They want to send us to islands. They want us reprogrammed. They want us to be captured and shot by fucking drones with the Jim Jones juice. They want police and medical experts knocking on your door and forcibly giving you the Kool-Aid. These people are violent, wacko leftists. But over in our camp, folks, don't lose sight of the fact that people are losing their shit. It's a sign that it's been going on a long time. In warfare, and understand this, in warfare, you defeat the enemy, not instantly, well, if you can, you do, but over time you win by psychological battery, wearing them down. They get, well, sometimes directly injured, and it hurts. I injured myself training, folks, and it fucking hurts right now. But you get injured and it hurts, right? You don't get food. You don't get medicine. The water you're drinking is bad. You're sick. You don't have a normal world to exist in. This is in war, folks. We're talking about war. In a literal war, you don't have the fellowship or camaraderie you normally have. You're not living at home with family, friends, your country, your culture. You're fighting an enemy. And the job is to either defeat the enemy or psychologically traumatize them, wear them down, and defeat them through attrition. You've seen the enemy films where they walk and they've got the POW, prisoner of war, hands over their head. They've given up. They would at that point, folks, people would at that point give up, put down their arms and surrender to be put in a prison. That's called surrendering. That's what Joe Biden did with Afghanistan. Surrendered Afghanistan. They would rather do that than fight. That is a defeated enemy who didn't need to be killed, but they've been battered psychologically so much and convinced they can't win that they give up. Okay, that is what the political left is doing to you and me and everyone right now. They're psychologically battering us. You can't win. You're going to take this stuff. You're going to lose your job. We're destroying your country. Just take the stuff and everything will be fine. Give up to our will, says the political left, and you can win. Folks, what am I telling you? I'm not telling you to fight them. I'm telling you to think for yourself. Look at the facts. Hey, even watch left-wing Jimmy Dore, right? I mean, that guy is a leftist. He's like a fucking communist when it comes to economics. But guess what? Guess what? He's right about the cerveza bug, at least in the video I sent you. He's right about the Jim Jones juice in the video that I put on YouTube. I linked to. And hopefully Jolene links it to Patreon and everywhere else. I'll be sure and send that to her. It's a big deal, folks. Telling the truth, the facts. Now, I'm going to give you some examples, folks, of people who are losing it and what I've seen. I've had people who have been friends of mine for years and years and years turn on me. Turn on me. Say I'm not a good friend. How dare you say this or how dare you say that? Accuse me of being all manner of things that I'm not. And say, where did that come from? Oh, you don't like me because you're an injured tiger, right? I'm sure everyone wants to be a tiger. Roar, hear me roar. Well, are you an injured kitten? Because injured cats bite each other as well when they're injured. And they attack those around them. I had this problem in my, once long ago marriage where I'm the good guy sitting at home saying, what can I do to help? And I'm getting yelled at because why? Because they are injured. We need to understand, folks, that the people around you that are helping you, that are on your side, that are fighting with you, for your liberties and freedoms, you don't attack them. Well, I don't like your beliefs. Well, what? Then go away. Why attack? Folks, this is going to be a problem when it gets worse. It's not bad right now. I mean, it's bad, but it's not horrifying right now. But I know right now, folks, people who are injured and they're starting to attack me and others. It's because they're being battered. They're being battered by this system. Understand when it gets worse, folks, and it's going to get worse. Wait till there's real food shortages. Wait till the power goes out. Wait until there's problems with fuel delivery. Wait until the crimes get really bad and see how they treat you. Understand, folks, stress does a lot of things to people that isn't good for them and that we don't like is being done. And it's trying to do it to you. It tries to do it to me, and I can feel it, understand it, and I've studied it. That's why I say we need to have humor. Humor, folks. That's why I did the Mad Max prepper room, the kind of the Max headroom skit months and months ago. Because, hey, have some fun, right? I went to a costume party dressed as a movie character, the Joker. Holy cow, you mean you dressed in a costume, John? You actually let someone tell you should have some fun and go meet other preppers and have a little gathering? Oh, you're some kind of weirdo, John. Oh, I can't trust what you say, John. Oh my God, I can't believe you know how to have fun. I can't believe you tell jokes. Yeah, joker, have fun. But people see that and they're like, oh my God, you've lost your nuts. No, I haven't. I'm trying to stay sane. I'm trying to remember what it was like at a time, folks, in America when you could go to a costume ball, go to a costume party. You could go to a black and white ball. You could go to a fundraiser. You could go to a dinner. You could go out and enjoy life. Just a little bit here and there, folks. I don't come here dressed up as the Joker every day. I don't come here with my stand-up comedian routine every day. I talk about shit hitting the fan, and hopefully, right, you're getting the information you need. But folks, people are attacking their allies. They're attacking people they love. They're attacking others because they're wounded. They're losing their shit in SHTF. And it's barely started, and they're already losing it. Right? This idea, and I've done my very best, and I'll continue to do my best. I am not telling people to turn in their guns. I am not telling people to screw your freedoms and give up your rights, and it's time to give up. I'm not telling people to bend over backwards and try and satisfy screwy government and corporations. I'm telling you to think for yourself, but my recommendation is always go with freedom. Go with your rights. Well, John, you're not doing enough. What else do you want me to do? In fact, let me ask this question, for those people that think we should be doing more, what else is there to do at this point? Right? Someone at some point is going to start a big shooting war. And I know who the players are. It's going to be the government, not me. It's going to be someone else that starts it. And then we're going to see more of a call to arms. We're going to see more of a call to action. Those days are coming. But I'm not going to be a false leader and say, now's the time, everyone, do this and do that and show up with your favorite squirt gun. And, no, I'm not. That's not what I do. That's not my role. It is not that time. But people want that, folks. People are wanting solutions to the problem because they are injured. They're hurting. They're being battered about, right? Whether they've injured their leg or they're having a hard time with cerveza bug or whatever their problem is. We've had a lot of people leave this channel, folks, because they got sick with cerveza bug and they didn't like it. And they thought, well, it is real. Well, yeah, it's a real flu. I got you. It's not a good one. No, I've almost died several times. One time in particular, very close to death from a regular flu almost a decade ago now. I get it. Flus suck. You feel like you're gonna die, literally. But that doesn't mean that everything else that we talk about isn't true, that it affects a very small percentage that way, that there are solutions for it and treatments and prophylactics for it. Right? This is but people, folks, I want to get back on this and get this in here. People are losing their shit. They're insulting those that they love. They're insulting those that are trying to help them, and they're trying to justify it in their minds. It's important now to try and help them and get through to them and say, hey, calm down. Remember who's on whose side here. It's important for those that you love, for those that are friends, for everyone. I don't know if they need breathing room or what, but if it's bad now, if they're that bad now, imagine how bad they'll be when things are really nasty. If these are members of your family or members of your prepper group or people in your community, try and help them. Don't get in their face. Don't scream and yell. Try and help them. Hey, what can I do to help you? It's time, kid gloves, gentle gloves. But when things get really nasty, what do you think those wounded kittens are going to become? They're going to become like wounded tigers, and they're going to do a lot more damage. Folks, the potentials for problems are going to increase as the psychological trauma continues, as people are more and more injured over time. Why am I putting this out there? Once again, I've seen it and heard it in my world, and I'm hearing it from others, that they're losing family members, that they're being attacked at work, that their friendships are ending. at many different levels, men and women, old and young. This is the part of the PSYOP, the psychological operation, the psychological war being waged on us by the medical community, by the legal community, by the government community, by the corporate community. This is a psychological operation. And the attempted effect is to bring down those who are weak, who are battered about, who are injured. The idea is to make them expose that injury and make bad decisions. I am not about making bad decisions. I'm about making good decisions because I'm a law-abiding good guy. Okay, yeah, I served as a U.S. Marine. I studied law. I worked in construction. I became a general contractor. I managed a large business. Then I retired or resigned from it, however you want to phrase that. And this is kind of what I do. Hey, I talk to everyone about getting prepared. Chance favors the prepared mind, not just the prepared pantry, not just the prepared self-defense system. It's the prepared mind, understanding this is what they're doing to you and me. They're attacking our minds. They're making life difficult. They're wanting to wear us down. They want to defeat us through attrition. Eventually, they'll get to bullets. Don't worry. Eventually, but they want to eliminate as many obstacles as they can between now and then. They want to bring everyone down. They want to weaken them, get them to capitulate so they know who their primary targets become when things get really, really nasty. Right? Separating the wheat from the chaff, in other words. Wow. Absolutely incredible. Oh, by the way, that little picture right there is me dressed as Mad Max for Halloween. That's right, folks. Even one of my little watermarks I put on the video, I put me in costume as a bronze, right, law enforcement. Folks, understand they're trying to turn you against others. They're trying to turn you against people that you know and are your allies. They're trying to turn you against yourself, your own belief systems. They want you to lose your shit and make mistakes. That's how you defeat your enemy. I am not the enemy. People in your life are not really your enemy if they're saying and doing the same things you are. I'm sure there's people in your life that really are your enemy. But understand, they're trying to get you to lose your shit. They're trying to get you to turn on yourself and what you believe and attack others around you. Don't be an injured tiger. Understand where the problems are. Focus on them. Keep it together because chance favors the prepared mind is yours. We'll be back, folks. A lot of stuff is going on this week. A lot of stuff. And you need to be prepared. Godspeed to you. Be good, be moral, be right, be on the right side of this. Semper Fi means always faithful. Always faithful. That's what Marines say, and that's what you can say as well, because it's not just for Marines. Always faithful, folks. Semper Fi.